Hello everyone. So welcome back for the current affairs and general science session. So in this video we'll discuss about current affairs and general international importance relating to environment, social, economic and industrial development. Right? Social, economic and industrial development. Right? And environment also. So let us discuss one by one. Yeah. So this is a question related to biodiversity. So consider the statements regarding India's National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan, okay, NBSAP, right? So remember this, the full form at least. So we don't need to discuss in detail. We don't need to go deep into in detail, but okay, in detail. But so at least we need to discuss. We need to remember the full forms are in the superficial information at least, okay. So if you are not much aware about current affairs, those who are aware, that is good, okay, you are already perfect, but those are very new to the current affairs and all these things, at least remember the full forms and the brief history of or brief information of this particular event. So regarding the statements launched at the COP16 conference in Colombia and aligns with the KMGF targets, and it promotes a whole of government and whole of society approach, and it focuses only on protected areas and excludes traditional conservation systems. Then the Biodiversity Act 2002 provides for a two-tier structure in national and local levels, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 to 4 only, 1, 3, 4 only. Options from your side, which option you want to select regarding the biodiversity, and this part comes from environment, okay. Yeah, so the right answer is 1 and 2 and 4 only, okay, 1 and 2 and 4 only. So here if we talk about the main important points about biodiversity, so here COP, what is COP, okay, Conference of the Parties, okay, Conference of the Parties of UN, okay, which are discussing on biodiversity, okay, international biodiversity. So Conference of the Parties, 16th conference, okay, this is the 16th conference occurred in Colombia, okay. So in this all three statements are correct except these three, okay. Third one is wrong. It is focuses only on protected areas and excludes traditional conservation systems. Excludes traditional conservation system. So let us discuss one by one. What is the first statement? Okay, so this is the first statement. The National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan (NBSAP) 2024-2030, okay, was officially launched during COP 16th Convention of the Biological Diversity (CBD) held in Cali, okay, Cali, Colombia in October 24. So the main theme of this particular conference, the particular meeting is peace with nature, okay, peace with nature. Sometimes they can ask the themes also, okay, peace with nature, right, and it is closely aligned with the coming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, so which is adopted in 2022, which includes 4 goals and 23 targets by 2030. So in that particular targets and particular goals, they have met, they have a meeting, and the main particular goals or targets is committed to several KMGF targets, including at least 30% of degraded ecosystem should be restored. Okay, so the degraded ecosystem should be restored. That is the target, one of the target of this meeting. And sustainable use of biodiversity, okay, and recognition of indigenous knowledge in conservation, okay. These are the main targets of this conference of the parties UN meeting, which was held in Cali, Colombia in 2024, and the continuation, the meeting resumed in 2025 January, right? So to 2025 January, so the meeting will continue till the 2030. Right, so this is how you remember. This is the logo of this particular COP16 conference, okay, COP16 UN Biodiversity Conference. So this held in Colombia, okay. Remember these parts. Next, that is correct statement. And then coming to the second statement, it promotes a whole of government and whole of society approach. So it promotes, so this biodiversity, so before this meetings and before this plan, the whole of government only, okay, whole of means government bodies which are regulating the forestry, which are regulating the government biodiversities are maintaining and they are focusing on this. But now the system is changed. So whole of government and whole of society should involve in maintaining biodiversity or increasing the biodiversity. That is the output. That's why this statement is also correct. And what are the other whole of society? Participation of local bodies also, like local communities, tribal populations. So making aware about biodiversity to the tribal population, because they live in the maximum population lives in the forest area. So if they will get awareness and they will help to maintain the biodiversity. That's why whole of society involved, not only whole of government and whole of society, and farmers, okay, and urban local bodies and private sector, NGOs, including academic institutions, also, they are involving to help the biodiversity, right? This approach ensures the biodiversity concerns are streamed across the sectors, not limited to forests. Okay, initially the whole of government means only forest department used to take care about the biodiversity, but now the government is involving every sector. Okay, the government is involving every sector. This is also statement true. And next, the third statement, it focuses only protected areas. Only protected areas means the protected areas means the land, okay, the greenery mainly protected by the government, like national parks, okay, biodiversity parks, right? These are the parks already protected, okay, they are maintaining in a proper level by observing everything. But in this statement, it is focuses only protected areas and excluding traditional conservation systems. So this statement is wrong. Now government is focusing every organization, okay, every organization, including local level also. Not only, see, the protected areas means they have right now we have the protected area in India, means the biodiversity greenery area where the government is focusing and protecting is only 5% land. Only 5% land protected, okay, by the government agencies. But now this particular biodiversity team, what they are doing now, we don't need to focus only this 5%. We have to focus other than this 5% also. Means entire biodiversity area we should focus in that way. They are involving whole of government and whole of society, everywhere, right? So there are different segments in this particular system. So community conserved areas, joint forest management, biodiversity heritage sites, okay, under Biological Diversity Act 2002. So 2022 there is no Biological Diversity Act, only it is talks about 2002, right? Remember this. And so in this way they are maintaining the biodiversity. So this statement is wrong. They are not only focusing protected areas, okay? So they are focusing whole land of the particular country and a particular place, right? So this statement is wrong. And coming to the next statement, that is the Biodiversity Act 2002 provides for 2-tier. So this is now became 3-tier. Okay, so remember this 3-tier. So structure at national and local levels, right? So here this one, national and local level. So true, this act is true. Yes, this is 3-tier institutional mechanism established. So that is National Biodiversity Authority (NBA) regulates this, and the state level. This is first 3-tier, second and third. So the third one is included recently, local level, right? So state level, anyway, state level biodiversity boards are there. NAB, national level. This is state level, and recently included, that is local level. Local level biodiversity management committees prepare people's biodiversity registers, PVRs, and promote local conservation. As we discussed, the local conservation should be promoted by the local people. Okay, local people. So the government will not focus on each and every area. So if government will give the awareness and information to the local people, and they will also, if they help in maintaining biodiversity, that will be a huge change and huge effect on maintaining the biodiversity. Right? And next one. Next question. The term stagflation refers to this question from economic. Okay, even though we pharma aspirants are very poor in academic, yeah, some people are very good, but me, okay, I am very poor in academic, but no need to worry about all those things. Just focus on recent events happen in this particular region, academic region. Just remember few points. If you are getting question from your prepared notes, then you try to answer, otherwise always you can leave. Okay, negative marks are there. So the stagflation refers to high inflation and high growth, no inflation and low growth, high inflation and low growth, low inflation and high unemployment. Yeah, answer? Can anyone answer? Yeah, I know you will not dare to answer these kind of questions, but some questions sometimes you have to take the risk. Yeah, anyone answer this? What is inflation? What is inflation? Sir, we are very poor in economy. So inflation means average price of the services goods is increasing. Suppose, see, I think you have observed the inflation in the daily life. So the milk packet was yesterday, not yesterday, 1 year back the cost is around 25, 26, 28. But now in last 1 month, 1.5 months, what I observed, the 30 rupees became 32. Okay, means average price of the goods is increasing. Okay, increasing, right? So then the buying power of the consumer, buying power of the citizen will decrease. If the cost is increasing, the buying percentage will decrease. So that is inflation. So stagflation refers to whether inflation will increase or decrease. So yeah, the answer is high inflation and low growth. So stagflation is nothing but high inflation. The rates of the goods and services are increasing, right? The flight charges, bus charges. Anyway, in our state, there are few states that are giving free bus. No need to, but we are getting free, but the government is paying for that. Okay, so again, some or the other way we are paying, right? So high inflation. So rates are increasing. So the stagflation means high inflation. So what is the meaning of stagflation? Stagflation refers to, right, the merge of two different concepts, that is stagnation and inflation. Stagnation, stopped, okay, inflation, as we discussed. So by merging these two words, the term comes, that is stagflation, an economic paradox, right? And this phenomenon gained prominence during the 1970s oil crisis. So this started in 1970. So people started talking about stagflation in 1970 when the oil crisis occurred, right? When Western economies experienced high inflation alongside economic stagnation. So why it is important, the stagflation? Why it is important means interest rate hikes worsen the particular this stagnation, and government spending worsen inflation. Okay, so if the prices are increasing and the government will spend much money to deliver the goods to the people, common people, and traditional policy tools become ineffective. Okay, so if it is increasing, the economy will go down and the economic crisis will come like 1970 when it is occurred like this. So in this way, try to remember few points. Okay, anyway, it is very difficult for us, but please remember certain points. The question comes, then you are the luckiest fellow, right? If not, then leave it, no problem. In the negative marks are there. No need to answer all the questions. Yeah, some of the key indicators in the stagflation: high inflation rate, inflation significantly above historical norms, eroding purchasing power, decreasing the purchasing power. Okay, and then low GDP growth, so below zero, indicating economic stagnation. Economy is going down. Okay, low GDP growth and rising unemployment. Yes, India is facing the situation right now. Unemployment is increasing. Okay, unemployment is increasing. And that's why government is focusing on different schemes like Make in India, Digital India, right? Self-employment. Okay, and that's why supporting into startups. So unemployment is increasing. This is alternate approach to decrease the starvation. Yeah. Next question. Ironwood, a term widely used in news recently refers to ironwood. What is ironwood? Anyone response? A hardwood used to take sculptures, a feature film, a novel, and a computer chip. Anyone response? What is your option? What is ironwood? Jane, there is no option like this. Okay. Yeah, so it is a computer chip. So in the recent news, it is a computer chip developed by Google AI processor. Okay, Google AI processor. It's a computer chip. Ironwood is a computer chip, and what is the main computer chip developed by government organization like ISRO is a Vikram. Okay, that is also one of the computer chip. In recent news, ISRO developed a computer chip called Vikram, right, and that is used in the satellites. And the another computer chip developed in recent news, that is by Google, developed for the AI processor. Okay, yeah, like this. This is a computer chip in recent news, right? Next, who among the following is the current president of the Confederation of Indian Industry? Confederation of Indian Industry. So that is some people in the industry point of view. There are some certain bodies. Okay, so anyway, I will post this particular notes and related notes in the group. Please follow that. So related to industry, who is the Confederation of the Indian Industry 2025-26? The answer is Rajiv Memani. Okay, answer is Rajiv Memani. So let us discuss the Rajiv Memani information. So it is a chairman and regional managing partner of EY India and serving as a CII president 2025-26. So what is CII? So it is established in 1895. Is a non-government industry-led organization playing a proactive role in India's policy making. So that is about CII. Okay, it is established in 1895. It is a non-government organization. So this term will be 1 year. Okay, it's will be 1 year, and it is very important in policy making for the country. Okay, next. The objective of the Gyan Bharatam mission deems to be. Objective of the Gyan Bharatam mission deems to be to preserve and promote the survey documents and conserve manuscripts, to preserve Guru Shishya tradition of educational system, to promote classical languages, to promote classical performing arts. Anyone answer? We were discussing yesterday. Some of our students have been gone through this particular question, some of the questions. Yeah, please answer. Gyan Bharatam mission. Okay, the right answer is to preserve and promote survey documents and conserve manuscripts. This is the right answer. So Gyan Bharatam mission, the India's Gyan. Okay, so India's Gyan is we are exposing the India's Gyan. What is the traditional systems? What are the manuscripts? Okay, so all these things now the government is trying to expose. Right, this is the Gyan Bharatam mission. So let us discuss in detail about this mission. So what are the main key points in this particular mission? Digitization. Okay, this is the Digital India part. Digital India, it's a part of Digital India. right? So the main goal for this mission is digitization, converting ancient manuscripts and historical survey records into digital forms, and preservation, protecting fragile documents through the modern archival techniques, and repository creation and access promotion. So the documents or the manuscripts are available to the citizens and the research scholars, so that they will study on that particular traditional systems. This is the main key points about Bharatam mission. Okay, Gyan Bharatam mission. Okay, next. Consider the statements about National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. This is the important related to industry and pharmacy also, right? So the question is, consider the statements about National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. Identify the right one. Identify the right one. So the first statement, its authority is based on DPCO 2013 and Drug Cosmetics Act 1940. Medicines in the National List of Essential Medicines (NLEM) are sold below a price ceiling fixed by NPPA, and it moderates for public platforms like Pharma Sahidam, Pharma Jal Samadhan. Okay, so this is the these are the statements. Among all this, which one is correct? Okay, the answer is all the statements are correct. So right, so we'll discuss. Yeah, all the statements are correct. So what is NPPA? National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. It is a legal authority, right? So this runs by Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers, and this will decide the price ceiling. Okay, this will decide the price ceiling. So that is mainly NLEM, National List of Essential Medicines. National List of Essential Medicines. And then public platforms manage Pharma Sahidam and Pharma Jan Samadhan for fair pricing and complaints, right? And this is very important. This is established in 1997. Okay, 1997. NPPA established in 1997. Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Next question. The term ecological footprint refers to carbon emission per capita, land required to sustain consumption patterns, biodiversity loss in a region, soil erosion due to agriculture. Soil erosion due to agriculture. What is ecological footprint? Okay, so the meaning of ecological footprint is, the answer is B, land required to sustain consumption patterns. Okay, sustain consumption pattern. So this is ecological footprint, and there are different lands in ecological footprints, and that is cropland, land for agriculture, food production, and grazing land, land for livestock, needed for livestock, and forest products, timber and forest resources, and then fishing land, marine area for seafood, and the other built up land. Built up land means the towns and villages are where human beings are living, cities, towns, right, and industrial areas, and then carbon footprint land. So this mainly talks about food production, especially meat production, waste disposal and recycling, water usage, emission from burning fossil fuels, right? So these are the lands used for these purposes. That is called carbon footprint. So this is how ecological footprint lands are maintained, and this ecological footprint is measured in global hectares per person. Okay, so it is measured in global hectares per person. And the other options are, it is not a carbon emission. Ecological footprint not talks about carbon emission, and it is not a direct measure of biodiversity loss, and it is not limited to soil erosion. So all these options are wrong. Only the right answer is B. So that is correct. Okay, next question. In which of the following places G20 summit will be conducted in November 2025? So November 2 is our exam, November 2nd is our exam, and November 2025 is the same month only. So G20 G20 summit will be conducted in which place? Rio de Janeiro, New York, USA, Johannesburg, South Africa, New Delhi, India. The answer is Answer is C. Okay, South Africa. G20 summit will be conducted in South Africa. G20 G20 2023 conducted by India, hosted by India, right? And 2024 Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and 2025 Johannesburg, South Africa. Here we'll see the information about this. So 2023 by India G20. The theme on the particular meeting G20 summit is One Earth, One Family, One Future. This is the theme for G20 summit hosted by India. Suvidayaka Kutumbam. Okay, so that is the main theme of the G20 summit hosted by India 2023 and 2024 hosted. Okay, so yeah, so we were discussing G20 summit. Yeah, so G20 summit 2023 held in India, G20 summit 2024 held in Brazil, G20 summit 2025 is going to held in November, that is in South Africa, Johannesburg. Okay, yeah, this is how. Fine. So this is about G20 summit. Very important. Okay. The next question, with reference to the Union Budget 2025, this comes under economic part. Okay. The reference budget 2025-26. Consider the following statements. Which one of them are correct? So please carefully read the questions. Which one is correct? Okay. Which one is false? So question you have to concentrate. So the first statement is 20,000 crore nuclear energy mission has been announced to develop small modular reactors SMRs. Second statement, Jal Jeevan mission has been extended till 2028 with an enhanced outlay of 67,000 crores. These are the two statements. Which one is correct among these two? Or all of them are correct? So A only, B only, both A and B, or neither A or not B? Options. Option from the aspirants. You try to give your answers. Yeah. So these both statements are correct. Okay, both statements are correct. So we will discuss in detail about these statements. Okay. So coming to nuclear energy mission. Okay, nuclear energy mission. So this 20,000 crores are allocated for developing SMRs with capacity of, right? So these 20,000 extra allocated for this nuclear energy mission to increase the power consumption by this non-consumable energies like coal and other things. Okay, we want to develop, the government want to focus to develop the power supply, right, from this nuclear energy sources, right? And then another mission is Jal Jeevan, and we also discussed about Jal Vahak in the previous videos. Jal Vahak, Jal means water, Vahak means carrier. So Jal Vahak talks about the transportation system through the water. Water transportation system need to be increased to decrease the pollution, the road transport and train transport and air transport. To decrease these three, and the government is enhancing or focusing on water transport, okay, to decrease the pollution and to decrease the cost, right, and to increase the greenery, right. That is Jal Vahak, and now this is Jal Jeevan. Okay, Jal Jeevan means tap water supply to every citizen of the country. Okay, tap water supply to every citizen of the country, and 67,000 crores are invested on this particular scheme to increase the tap water supply to everyone, good water supply to the citizens. Okay, this is Jal Jeevan mission. Jal Jeevan mission. Next question. The Paris Agreement aims to limit global warming to. Global warming, this is also very important area. We can expect a question. Global warming. Okay, global warming. Paris Agreement. What is the aim of this particular Paris Agreement? 1.5 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial level, 2.5 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial level, 3 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial level, 4 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial level. Okay. Yeah, please post your answers. Yes, हो जाएंगे, right? पूरा हो जाएंगे आज. Yeah, next. Okay. The right answer is 1.5 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial level. Okay, so the Paris Agreement mainly focusing on 1.5 degree. What is 1.5 degree centigrade? So what is global warming actually? The average temperature of the earth, okay, increasing because of the pollution, because of the human activities, because of these things. Okay, this is not good sign, right? So the Paris Agreement, the target is the average temperature of the earth which should not cross this particular 1.5 degree centigrade. Okay, it should not be this much high. Okay, so what is the current temperature? That is 1.2 degree centigrade. This is the current warming levels, and the agreement, the target is it should not cross this 1.5 degree centigrade, right? And what is the another aim is it should not cross 2 degrees centigrade in the industrial level. Okay, in the industrial level, this is the Paris Agreement target, that is 1.5 degree centigrade target. Okay, next question. Who is the current president of World Bank? World Bank president, which is giving money to all the countries in the crisis conditions or requested by the government. So India is majorly depending on the World Bank. So much of debt we have from our governments, right? So who is the current president of the World Bank? Or the World Bank is also named as International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. This is another name for World Bank. So who is the president? So कहाँ से है? इंडिया से है या अदर कंट्रीज, बल्गेरिया से, फ्रांस से, इथियोपिया से? कम ऑन आंसर. Who is the president of World Bank? अगर इंडिया से होता पूरा मनी इंडिया को देता, right? But we don't know. You choose the options. Who is the current World Bank president? Yes, this time the World Bank president is Indian, Ajay Paul Singh Banga. So we can get as many as funds we want. If the government is requesting, because our person only, he can give a number of money. Okay, so just I am kidding, right? So to remember this question, the World Bank president is Indian person, the first person from India, Ajay Paul Singh Banga. Ajay Paul Singh Banga is an Indian person, became World Bank president, right? So he is the person. Sir, please give so many funds to India to develop, right? So anyway, he will give, I think, right? So current president of the World Bank is Ajay Paul Singh Banga. Is a former CEO of Mastercard. Okay, former CEO of Mastercard. And the World Bank group includes IBRD, IDA, IFC, MIGA, and ICSD. Just remember the different parts of this World Bank. So these are the different parts. And this is 5-year term. Okay, 2023 से लेकर 5 years, still 5 years he will be remain. So if we need any funds, easily we can get. Okay, I think he will be having some soft corner, right? Yeah, let's see. Consider the statements regarding biomedical technologies. Biomedical technologies. This question from industry. Okay, biomedical technologies. So biosimilars are medicinal products that are highly similar to an already approved biologic. Biologics are manufactured using living cells, are structurally more complex than the traditional chemical drugs. And bioprinting, 3D bioprinting involves layering living cells to create tissue-like structures for potential medical use. And which one is correct among all three? Which one is correct? Answer. So this is related to pharma only. Yeah, biomedical technologies, industry related current affairs. Please answer. Is it clear? Are you able to see the screen? Yes, excellent answer. Okay, so all things are correct, right? So let us see the discussion. All statements are correct. So what is biomedical technology? What are biosimilars? Very, very important. Biosimilars are medicinal products highly similar to approved biologics in quality, safety and efficacy. Now the pharmaceutical sector spending much money and spending much energy and focusing on biosimilars. These are having less side effects than the synthetic drugs. And then what are biologics? Biologics are manufactured using living cells. Biosimilars similar to the biological products, okay, medicinal products, and then these are biological coming from living cell, okay, living cell, more structurally complex than the traditional chemical drug. And 3D printing, okay, so layering living cells to create tissues like structures of medical use. 3D printing means creating 3D heart, bio 3D heart, okay, 3D tissues, 3D organs, okay. So layering the cells. So we are making the organs by using 3D printing. So these all are very important innovations and discoveries happening in the pharmaceutical sector also, right? 3D printing and biosimilars and biologics. Please remember this. Okay, biomedical technologies revolution. Next question, the term intended nationally determined contributions, INDCs, often mentioned in global discussions, primarily refers to, okay, commitment by European nations to resettle refugees from conflict zones in the Middle East, and country-specific action plans to address climate change under international agreements, financial contributions made by nations to set up the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, national strategies framed to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Yeah. What is refers to INDC? INDC refers to, the right answer is country-specific action plans to address climate change under international agreements. That is intended nationally determined contributions mainly focus on climate change. Right? So this is also part of the COP21, okay, Paris Climate Conference. The main context of this, each country submits its own targets for reducing the greenhouse gas emissions and adapting to climate change. INDCs became NDCs, nationally determined contributions, after Paris Agreement ratification. So this is very, very important. Each country should reduce greenhouse gas emission, right? This is the main target of the Paris Agreement. And there are some other important points. So reduce emissions intensity by 33 to 35% by 2030, okay, from 2005 levels, and achieve 40% cumulative electric power, okay, by fossil fuel source by 2030, and then create additional carbon sink through the forest cover. This is the Paris Climate Conference goals. Okay, next question. Which of the following states has reported highest cyber fraud? Cyber fraud कौन सा स्टेट में ज्यादा हो रहा है in India? Come on, don't tell your state names. Yeah, please. Cyber crime, cyber frauds कौन सा स्टेट में ज्यादा हो रहा है? In which state the cyber frauds are very high? Okay, तेलंगाना, उत्तर प्रदेश, तमिलनाडु, केरला. हमारे स्टेट में इतना ज्यादा नहीं है, राइट? तेलंगाना में, राइट? What about your state? No, I know Telangana people will answer Telangana, UP people will answer UP, right? But highest in which state it is happening? Right answer is, everybody should respond. Yeah, I know Telangana people will answer Telangana, but it is wrong answer. Yeah, Telangana से ज्यादा और बहुत सारे states है, the cyber crimes, cyber frauds are happening. Okay, please answer. Okay, so the right answer is Tamil Nadu. Okay, Tamil Nadu is the main cyber fraud state. Okay, much cyber frauds are happening in Tamil Nadu. So many cyber fraud cases are reporting in Tamil Nadu. That is the right answer. So let's see the cyber fraud happening in different states. So Tamil Nadu is the highest one. Okay, almost 1500 cases are reporting. That is National Cyber Crime Report Portal. National Cyber Crime Report Portal, according to 2024, according all 15% of cyber fraud report happening in Tamil Nadu only. Then next comes to Uttar Pradesh, next Telangana, next Kerala. Okay, some core options. The top one is Tamil Nadu. Okay, next. Yeah, the village of Satanbury was selected under a state-backed pilot project, becomes India's first smart intelligent village. To which state does this Satanbury belongs to? Satanbury. So, excuse me if I pronounce in a different way. Yeah, Satanbury village. It is an intelligent village in India, and it belongs to which state? इंटेलिजेंट विलेज, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट विलेज. आई डोंट नो वो लोग कैसे रहेंगे उसमें, इंटेलिजेंट सारे लोग इंटेलिजेंट रहेंगे शायद. सो कौन सा स्टेट है? आंसर आपका स्टेट. सो मध्य प्रदेश, महाराष्ट्र, गुजरात एंड कर्नाटका. वी हैव स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र, वी हैव स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम गुजरात. यस, आपका आंसर दे दो. इज इट लाइंग इन यूर स्टेट? Right. Madhya Pradesh, right? Very good. No, it's not Madhya Pradesh. You are from Madhya Pradesh, I think. No, Swapna is from Telangana. So other Madhya Pradesh students are also there, right? Okay. So the right answer is Maharashtra. Okay. So the right answer is Maharashtra. So Satnavari village resides in Maharashtra. This is first identified as a India's first smart intelligent village. Smart intelligent village. Why they are smart? Why it is selected as a smart intelligent village? Let us see why it is selected. Because in that village, smart water management system is there. Okay, smart. This is the part of Digital India program. Okay, Digital India program. It's a part of Digital India program. So they are maintaining smart water management, efficient water distribution and monitoring system, and solar street lighting. See now how the village people are getting the digital utilization. Okay, solar street lighting and renewable energy powered infrastructure, waste management, modern waste collection and processing, and digital literacy training programs for villagers. So like this digital, so they are having solar system, they are having digital literacy. Okay, they are having digital screens in front of their house. So that's why it is named as, it is identified as smart intelligent village Satnavari. Smart Satnavari, Maharashtra. Maharashtra लोग बहुत सारे smart है, right? Just to remember. Okay, yeah. Smart intelligent village Satnavari, right? Next question. The trade watch quarterly reports is released by which of the following organizations? Niti Aayog, World Trade Organization, WEF, or United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Yeah, the Trade Watch quarterly report. Trade Watch quarterly report. Answer. Sir, बहुत मुश्किल है, right? These kind of questions. But try to listen and try to remember the option. That's it. Don't worry much if you are aware, if you are fearing about this kind of questions, right? The Trade Watch quarterly report is produced by Niti Aayog. Okay, so Niti Aayog, so you know Niti Aayog, India's policy think tank. It is also called as India's policy think tank. Before Niti Aayog, there was a 5-year plan. Okay, 5-year plan. So after entering Narendra Modi, this 5-year plan name replaced by Niti Aayog. Okay, so we in the previous videos we discussed about Niti Aayog. Who is the chairman of Niti Aayog? Who is the chairman of Niti Aayog? Who is the vice chairman of Niti Aayog? Ex officio members of Niti Aayog? Ministers, key ministers. Who is the chairman of Niti Aayog? Come on, answer. बताओ यार, प्रीवियस वीडियो में बताया था. That's why follow our videos, okay, carefully. Yes, excellent, very good. Okay, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Okay, Prime Minister will be always the chairman of the Niti Aayog. Okay, Vice Chairman is Suman Berry. Okay, appointed by PM. Okay, yeah. So this is the Niti Aayog. It's also called as policy think tank of India, and it is mainly involving the planning. Okay, planning and report to track trade performance. Report to track trade performance. Right. So these are the important points about Niti Aayog. Okay. Next question. National Education Policy 2020. One of the major trap point, okay, trap area for the questions. Okay, so compulsory this question will come from this area, national education policy. So much of discussion is going on in India especially, right? So what is the national education policy structure? Compulsory board exams in class 5, 10+2 structure, and 5+3+4 curricular structure, abolition of school exams. What is NEP? Main target. NEP. NEP main target. Answer please. हमारे जैसा वो लोग पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है because of NEP. Right, excellent. Okay, the right answer is 5+3+4 curricular structure. What is 5+3+3+4? हमारे जैसा वो 10+2 पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, that's why the 10+2. That's why the NEP 2020 started. So let us see the NEP 2020 main target. So 5+3+3+4. So what is 5? 5 years age. They should preschool and class 1-2 and preparatory stage 3 years, grades 3 to 5. Okay, and then middle stage 3 years, grades 6 to 8, and the secondary stage 4 years, that is grades 9 to 12. So this is how the education system is going to change to focus on all areas. So this is the traditional system replacing the 10+2 system, introducing flexible subjects combination and emphasizing experimental learning. Okay, so it is focusing on the skill-based learning. Okay, skill-based learning, and it is not like a traditional 10+2 system. Okay, and to reduce the burden on the students, so much of stress, board exams, 10+2, right? So that's why this very, very important NEP policy, and so many summits, so many conferences, this is discussed. Okay, education system, especially in the South Africa last G20 summit also, the main key point is discussed in national education policy. Okay, next, the leading producing state of solar energy in India at present is leading state producing solar energy. Solar energy कौन सा state में ज्यादा हो रहा है? Okay, उत्तर प्रदेश, राजस्थान, गुजरात, तमिलनाडु. Luckily, तेलंगाना है ही नहीं, right? We are not much of solar energy, right? कौन सा state में? In which state? उत्तर प्रदेश, राजस्थान, गुजरात, तमिलनाडु. Right, answer please. Gujarat, okay. Gujarat, no, it is not correct option. So, in which state the temperature is very high? Reported very high. In which state the temperature reported very high in India? Which state? No. Okay, the right answer is B, Rajasthan. Very good, excellent. Okay, Rajasthan. So it is having the highest temperature and maximum sunny days will occur in Rajasthan only. Okay, Rajasthan only. So that is the solar energy producing, highest solar energy producing state is Rajasthan. Okay, let us see why it is Rajasthan. Yeah, we'll see. So solar energy leadership is Rajasthan taken by, and what mainly 14,000 megawatts installed solar capacity in Rajasthan as of 2024. So many solar plants are installed in Rajasthan compared to other states, and the other important reason is it is having 300 plus sunny days. Maximum sun availability is very high in that particular state. Okay, and where in other states it is not possible in Kerala and other things, especially in Telangana, right? So because the temperature is low and the sunny days are very low compared to Rajasthan, and the target is 500 gigawatts target by 2030. Okay, by 2030, Rajasthan leads India in solar energy production with major projects including Badla Solar Park, one of the biggest solar project, Badla Solar Project, the world largest project. This is also one of the key question you may get. Which one is the largest solar project in the world? That is Badla Solar Park, which is located in Rajasthan. Okay, and then Pokhran Solar Park. Okay, Pokhran Solar Park also very, very important. Okay, next, high solar insolation, vast arid land, and government incentives drive this leadership. Okay, so desert also there, right? Desert also there in that particular state. So that's why. So it is leading state in solar energy. Every state should follow these particular conditions. The motive of Manrega is to guarantee how many days of employment. This is easy question. You can answer. Manrega, how many days they are giving the employment to the unskilled persons? How many days unskilled person? They are government giving employment to the unskilled persons, especially focusing on 33% of SC/ST population. How many days? 50 days, 75 days, 100 days, 150 days. 100 days, excellent. Okay, 100 days, very, very important. Manrega program is for 100 days, but it is the real fact is not only unskilled persons are going for this particular program, everyone is going. Okay, I observed in my village, not only unskilled, skilled person having crores also they are going for this, which should not happen. Okay, next. So sorry, this is wrong statement given. Not 150, it is 100 only. Right, next, 100 days guaranteed. So 100 days guaranteed program. This is Manrega Mahatma Gandhi. So MGNRGA. So Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Okay, and this is started in 2005. Okay, 2005. Okay, next, which of the following Indian startups became the first to test 3D printed rocket engine in 2024? 3D printed rocket engine. Skyroot Aerospace, Agnicul Cosmos, Bellatrix Aerospace, Pixel. First to test a 3D printed rocket engine. 3D printed rocket engine. 3D printed rocket. Answer? Okay, the right answer is Agnicul Cosmos. Okay, Agnicul Cosmos is the first 3D printed rocket engine. So this is the 3D printed rocket engine. The first Indian startup to successfully test the 3D printed rocket engine. So that is Agnicul startup, and developing India's first single piece 3D printed rocket engine. So what is the advantage? Reduces the production time from months to days and significantly lowers the cost. And policy support enabled by InSpace, Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization. So this is supported by InSpace. And then industry impact, part of India's growing private space sector ecosystem. So this is Agnicul startup. Okay, Agnicul startup. Yeah, 150 questions we are expecting. So whatever may be, the percentages is always, if it is 150, same 75%, and then 100 also 75%, and 25% focusing on the exam, right? Okay, next question. So consider the following statements. India has set an ambitious target achieving 100 gigawatts nuclear power capacity by 2047 with the current capacity 8.18 gigawatts. Then small modular reactors, SMRs, are nuclear reactors that have one third of the power output of conventional nuclear power reactors, a capacity of 300 megawatts per unit. And India allows FDI up to 49% in nuclear projects in retain Indian control and promote joint ventures. Which of the statement is not correct? Which of the statement is not correct? Focus on this particular question. It is mentioning it is not. Okay, not correct. Okay, yeah, please answer. 1 only, 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 3 only. Okay, so the right answer is 3 only. So remaining, this is not correct. Okay, so this is not correct. What is the statement? India allows FDI up to 49% in nuclear projects to retain Indian control and promote joint ventures. So here we'll see the another question. Which country hosted the Global Education Summit 2024? Global Education Summit 2024. UK, India, Kenya, USA. Global Education Summit. The right answer is Kenya. Okay, Kenya hosted Global Education Summit. So this is hosted by Kenya and co-hosted with UK. Okay, co-hosted with UK. The summit focused on financing education in developing countries following disruption from the pandemic and climate crisis. Okay, so whatever the countries, those who are distracted by the pandemic, and in that countries they want to increase the education. Okay, and then India sent a high-level delegation to discuss the education initiative and share NEP 2020 implementation progress. Okay, so we are focusing on NEP 2020. So how NEP is going to impact the education system. So we contributed in this particular meeting. And Kenya's hosting highlighted Africa's educational challenges and the importance of global cooperation. Okay, so they need cooperation because it's an underdeveloped country. So as India is also helping to that country by explaining the policies. The next question. The Kamchatka Peninsula, recently in news, lies between which of the following water bodies? Kamchatka Peninsula, which water bodies? Black Sea and Caspian Sea, Sea of Japan and Yellow Sea, and Sea of Okhotsk and Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Kara Sea. This is international current affairs question. Okay, we'll go to the answer. Sea of Okhotsk and Pacific Ocean, the Kamchatka Peninsula. Okay, here we'll see the information about this Kamchatka Peninsula located in Russia's far east and extending into the Pacific Ocean, bounded by the Sea of Okhotsk to the west, right? And geographical significance, part of the Pacific region of Ring 5, and this volcanic peninsula features active volcanoes and unique ecosystems. And in recent, why it is appeared in the recent news? Environmental concerns after a major oil spill affected pristine waters. Okay, major oil spill affected pristine waters. That's why it is surfaced in the news recently. Strategic importance, host important Russian military installations and close to Alaska. Okay, and it is a war area also. Okay, right. So that's why it is recently surfaced in the news. Next question. According to the 2024-2025 data, how many crores of children are engaged in the child labor worldwide? So child labor, below how many years we can consider child labor? Below how many years, if they are working, we can consider child labor? Yeah. So the question is, how many crores of children working as a child labor? Right? The right answer is 16 crores. Okay. So according to the data, 16 crore children now serving, they are working as a child labor. So engaged child labor worldwide 2025 data. So this many people, this many children are working. This should decrease. It should not happen because child labor is not a good sign. So then according to the International Labour Organization ILO and UNICEF joint report, approximately 16 crore children engaged in child labor worldwide. Okay, Then, importantly, India is also focusing to decrease the child labor. Okay, that is National Child Labor Project initiations, right? And we need to focus, and especially the Asia and Africa is very high in child labor count. Okay. Next, which one of the following is not the principle of India's foreign policy for Panchashil? Okay, Panchashil. So mutual non-interference in each other's affairs, mutual contentions, equality and mutual benefit, and peaceful coexistence. Which one of the following is not the principle? Not. Always focus on the question, whether it is asking true or not or yes, right? So the right answer is mutual contentions is the not part of the Panchashil. Okay, let us see what is the Panchashil. Okay, what are the main points of the Panchashil? In Panchashil, 5 points are very important: mutual respect for territorial integrity and sovereignty, and mutual non-aggression, commitment to the peaceful relations, and next one is non-interference. Do not interfere in internal affairs, because the other country, if it is entering internal affairs, and it is not good. Okay, that is not the part of Panchashil. And equality, mutual benefit, fair and equal relations, and peaceful coexistence, living together harmoniously. So where this Panchashil is not happening between India and Pakistan, always fight between these two countries. Okay, there is no Panchashil relation, right? Next question: the promotion and regulation of online gaming bill 2025 was passed by the Indian Parliament. Online gaming bill to protect the consumer's safety and to regulate the system. So this online gaming bill passed in which date? 21st August 2025. 21st August 2025 in the Parliament this bill is passed. Promotion and regulation of online gaming bill in the Indian Parliament. What is the main key points of this online gaming bill? So establishes a regulatory framework for India's online gaming industry, creating a regulatory authority under the Ministry of Electronics and IT. This comes under Ministry of Electronics and IT. It balances regulation with industry promotion while protecting consumers, addressing the rapid growth of India's online gaming sector. 21st August 2025. Next question: the vaccine Adfalcivax, which was recently in the news, associated with the prevention of. So we are trying in our lab for this particular vaccine. Okay, from last 2016 I am working. So for the development of vaccine for malaria, and it is a very good news. Although compilation of all the government institutions and which the government organizations like ICM are able to develop this vaccine to prevent the malaria, especially. Okay, to prevent the Adfalcivax. Okay, so Vivax, you know, okay, one of the causative agent for malaria, Plasmodium vivax, right? So the malaria, right? So remember this. Yeah, ICMR developed this vaccine, so it's a global collaboration. Okay, global support, and then targets the Plasmodium falciparum, the most deadly parasite in India, and phase 3 trials show 70% efficacy, and it is in the starting stage, early stage only, not introduced into the market. Okay, next, Ethereum, Tether, Solana, Cardano are the terms associated with the which one? These terms associated with what? Cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence startups, humanoid robots, medical applications. Yes, Ethereum, Tether, Solana, Cardano. So these terms are associated with the cryptocurrency. Okay, these terms are associated with the cryptocurrency. So let us see what are these. Ethereum, second largest cryptocurrency platform enabling smart contracts and decentralized applications. Okay, Ethereum, second largest cryptocurrency. And Tether, a stable coin for stable value transactions. Okay, Tether. And Solana, a high-speed blockchain platform known for fast transaction processing. Then Cardano, blockchain platform emphasizing academic research and peer-reviewed development. These are the different terminology related to the cryptocurrency. Remember this. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding Unified Payment Interface (UPI). Daily we are using UPI, right? So Google Pay, Phone Pay. Okay, Unified Payment Interface (UPI) full form, and these are real-time mobile payment system developed by National Payment Corporation of India. Bharat Interface for Money BIM is a UPI-based payment app developed by NPCI. And as of July 2025, UPI is operational in 7 countries, including UAE, Singapore, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, France, and Mauritius. Which of the statement is correct? Okay, which of the statement is correct? It is not saying not correct, right? All 3, very good. Okay, so NPCI is everything is correct. Okay, next question. So these are the unified payments, UPI development, BIM app, and international reach. So that is reached to other country also. Next, which one of the following is not identified as one of the engines of development in the union budget? Which one of the among is not, okay, not identified? Please focus on this question. Not identified. Textile, agriculture, investment, export. Okay, textile, agriculture, investment, export. Right. So here, which one is not a engine of development? Okay, so textile. Okay, textile is not considered as a engine of development because agriculture is we are focusing on much. It's very important for the development of the country, and investment also very important, and export also very important. Okay, textile is not as an engine of development. So here we'll see, while textile is a significant sector in India, employing millions and contributing sustainably to export, it was not specifically identified as one of the engines of the development. But other areas like agriculture is the engine of development. If agriculture is good, the country is developing, right? And finance ministry, they are focusing on the investment. And the exports were clearly identified as a critical engine for achieving Vikasit Bharat by 2047. We are much focusing on exports. Yeah, next, yeah, this is how the textile is not part of the engine of development, but other 3 are part of the engine of development. Okay, next coming to the general science. So these are very easy questions. We'll go through very fast. Which one of the following used in the nuclear reactors? Nuclear reactors. Uranium-235, plutonium-239, thorium, all of the above. Come on, answer, all of you. Yes, correct answer. All of the above used in nuclear reactors. So let us see what are different points. So all 3 isotopes are used in nuclear reactors. So in this, just remember UPI, just now we discussed. You remember the code is UPT. Okay, UPT. This is for nuclear reactors fuels. Uranium, plutonium, thorium. Okay, triple fuel options. Right, nuclear trinity, just to remember, right? So uranium-235 used in most reactors. The most useful fuel is uranium-235. Next, uranium-238 used in fast breeder reactors, right? And thorium-232, okay, used in breeder reactors. Okay, normal breeder reaction. So remember, uranium-235 is very, very important, used in most of the reactors. Okay, next question. Okay, which of the following is a consequence of eutrophication? Which of the following is a consequence of eutrophication? Eutrophication: increased oxygen, algal bloom, decreased nutrients, clear water. Eutrophication, this comes under environment and also general science. Yes, the right answer is algal bloom. Okay, what is algal bloom? So eutrophication in the richness of nutrients. Okay, in the water body, richness of nutrition, excessive richness of nutrients. Okay, in the water bodies leading to eutrophication, which will cause a rapid growth of algae, algal blooms, which will further deplete the oxygen levels, which cause hypoxia and death of aquatic. The fish will die. Okay, if oxygen levels are decreasing, the fish will die. Okay, formation of dead zones. That is called eutrophication. Eutrophic means excessive eutrophic algae. Remember NEEE, nutrient excess, excess algae, ecosystem damaged. Okay, nutrient, because of nutrient excess, excessive algae will increase, ecosystem will damage, nutrient excess. Okay, bloom bad. Remember, algal blooms are bad consequences. So this is how. If this is increasing, the fish will die. So this will be trapped. The oxygen levels are decreased. Okay, so that's why this eutrophication refers to algal blooms. So this is algae. Okay, completely algae, and this is bad sign. Okay. Okay, next, the equipment used in detecting blood alcohol levels while driving, police will use this machine. What is that machine? Breathalyzer, barometer, hygrometer, thermometer. Yeah, which machine police will use to detect the blood alcohol system? Very important question and very daily life, very much useful, right? That is breathalyzer. Okay, they will put one machine, right? That is breathalyzer. It will detect the alcohol blood levels. Okay, so it is detecting by using electrochemical fuel cell technology. Okay, using electrochemical fuel cell technology or infrared spectroscopy. Infrared spectroscopy, right? So how they identify the alcohol blood? Police use this breathalyzer for alcohol testing. So blood alcohol testing they'll use, and it is very important to monitor the drunken drive. Next, communicable disease among the following: diabetes, hypertension, tuberculosis, cancer. Everyone knows this, tuberculosis. No need to discuss much, right? Yeah, tuberculosis is the answer. DHC is not a communicable. World Environment Day. World Environment Day. World Environment Day, 21, June 21, June 5th, and April 22, June 30. World Environment Day. Okay. So the right answer is June 5th is my birthday, right? June 5th is the World Environment Day, remember. Okay. Yeah. So UN Environment Day, June 5th. Okay. 6th month is June, 5 plus 6, 11. 11th is the E letter. Okay, E letter is 11th. So like that, you just remember. So the capital city of Canada. Canada, capital city of Canada, very simple question. Ottawa. Okay, so even though it's not a large city, but it is a very important city for the Canada. That's why they made capital, right? So Ontario is a this Ottawa is located in Ontario province, right? Yeah, Toronto is the biggest city, but they are not made the capital. But this Canada's capital is Ottawa. Ottawa is our territorial top administrative word. Okay, so it is very good in administration. That's why they made capital city instead of Toronto. Toronto is the biggest city in Canada. Okay, next. Okay, consider the following vaccines: DNA vaccine, mRNA vaccine, live attenuated vaccine, inactivated vaccine. What is the correct order? So, because this pandemic and we can expect some question from this area. So, what is the correct order? Consider the following vaccines. Stability of vaccines. Which one is highest stable in this from DNA, mRNA, live attenuated, inactivated? So, which one? Which one is highly stable vaccine? That is first, DNA is highly stable among all. Remember this. DNA is always stable. So look at where it is DNA, right? So here two options, right? So again, mRNA, live attenuated, inactivated. So yeah, choose the answer. So among A and C. So C is the right answer. So C is the right answer. So remember, this mRNA is highly sensitive. Okay, highly sensitive, unstable. Okay, while we do the experiment in our lab, isolation of mRNA is very difficult. If we work like this, also mRNA will be degraded. We have to close our mask and everything we have to wear during isolation of mRNA. But DNA isolation is very easy. You can isolate whatever the condition. Okay, so that's why this should be last. It's a very highly unstable, and this is our Covishield. Okay, Covishield vaccine. Okay, and this is Covaxin, DNA vaccine, complete vaccine. Okay. Okay, so this is how you remember this about vaccines. Okay, so DNA vaccine Covaxin and mRNA vaccine Covishield. Next, yeah, so DNA vaccines. DNA vaccines more stable, can withstand higher temperature. Inactivated vaccine stable but lesser than the DNA. Live attenuated vaccine less stable and require refrigeration. mRNA vaccine less stable and require ultra low temperature for storage. mRNA we will store at a minus 80 degrees centigrade in our laboratory. Okay, it needs low temperatures. So remember DILM. Okay, DILM stability, DNA inactivated, live mRNA. Okay, then DIMLET, DNA inactivated, mRNA live inactivated by DNA. So reverse to remember after that, just it's a mnemonic to remember. So remember DNA is always stable. The most stable part in our body is DNA. So everything will degrade after some time, okay, duration of time. But DNA is always stable, okay, highly stable molecule in our body is DNA. Next question, which of the following is zoonotic disease? Yeah, so all are different kind of except rabies. Okay, rabies is a zoonotic disease, everyone knows that. Okay, zoo, animals, rabies, RZ, rabies, zoonotic, you remember whatever the way you want. Next question, which type of protein structure is held together primarily by hydrogen bonds between backbone components CO and NH groups? Primary structure, quaternary structure, tertiary structure, secondary structure. So it is a protein structure, okay, related to protein structure, and the answer is secondary structure. So here we will see the discussion. So primary structure, what it contains? It's a sequence of amino acids, just peptides is the primary structure, and secondary structure alpha helices and beta sheet. Okay, like this. So alpha, this is beta sheet and this is alpha helix protein structure, and then tertiary structure overall 3D folding, and quaternary structure multiple subunit interaction. This is how the protein structures are denoted, and mainly we will use CD spectroscopy, circular dichroism, to measure these structures of protein. The instrumentation will use CD spectroscopy, okay, especially secondary chain, secondary structure, side chain skip and spine bond stabilizers, backbone hydrogen bonds, and alpha beta sheet secondary structure, and backbone bonds are secondary structure present in secondary structure, and helix sheet, okay, hydrogen bonds with secondary structure. So this is how remember CD spectroscopy used to determine the different structures of proteins, okay, especially secondary structure and fluorescence also, especially CD. Okay, next question. The phenomenon that explains rainbow formation, reflection, refraction, dispersion, diffraction. Rainbow, how rainbow will occur, by using which principle? Rainbow occur dispersion, okay, dispersion. Because of dispersion, white color dispersion, okay, the rainbow will occur. White color dispersion through water, that is the main reason for the rainbow. Rainbow forms when white light, okay, white light. Remember, because of white light, these so many colors will come. From the white light is a major color, right? Into constants of color to the dispersion of water, different wavelengths bend at different angles and water droplet. That's why this will cause rainbow, right? So you know the colors VIBGYOR, okay, VIBGYOR, and remember water light breaks into these many colors. Water light breaks into because of dispersion of light into the water, and which the VIBGYOR will be formed. And then which law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed? Energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. That is first law, okay, first law. So what is zeroth law then? So what is zeroth law? Thermal equilibrium. Second law, entropy increases, delta G. Third law, entropy approaches constant at absolute zero. So these are the zeroth law, second law, third law. The first law is energy cannot be created, not destroyed, right? Fundamental conservation, energy creation impossible, ECI first law, and never new energy, and that is first law, right? So energy not created, not destroyed. First law. Which color has the shortest wavelength? Which color has the shortest wavelength? Yeah, shortest wavelength. Red, blue, green, violet. Okay. So, okay. This is start from VIBGYOR. So last one is red color and this is violet color. Okay. So which one color has the shortest wavelength? Come on, answer. Okay, the right answer is violet. Violet has the shortest wavelength. Okay. So here we'll see the discussion. So visible spectrum VIBGYOR violet. Violet has shortest wavelength, that is 380 to 450 nanometer. Okay, and the red is the longest wavelength, that is 620 to 750. Remember this. So that's why from the distance also we can see the red color and the traffic signals and the alertness used by red color, because from the long distance we can see this color. Okay, and VIBGYOR shortest wavelength, but remember the wavelengths 380 and this is 620 to 750 wavelengths. Okay, next question. Spina bifida in newborns is due to deficiency of pregnant vitamin. Which one is called pregnant vitamin? Okay, iron, folic acid, vitamin E, calcium. Very important question. Okay, so folic acid. Okay, spina bifida in newborn is deficiency of folic acid. Right? So it is also called as pregnant vitamin. Spina bifida is a neural tube defect prevented by adequate folic acid intake before and during pregnancy. Right? And 99 plant hormone among the following is insulin, auxin, adrenaline, thyroxine. Plant hormone. Insulin, auxin, adrenaline, thyroxine. Important, everyone knows auxin. So what are the other plant hormones? Auxins, okay, gibberellins and cytokines. These are the other hormones. So yes, insulin is animal hormone, adrenaline is animal hormone, stress response which is responsible, and this is cell elongation involved in the growth of the plants, and thyroxine animal hormone involved in the metabolism. Right? So this is how you remember the questions. Okay. So this completes our current affairs and general science. Okay. We also completed other parts of the mock test 1. And important, tomorrow we will be having the national level mock test 2. So we will be conducting 6 AM to 10 AM. Okay, the exam duration will be 2 hours only, but you can write in that window. And from 10 to live discussion is going to start till 2 PM. Camera is. Yeah, so in the comment box we posted a link. Okay, in the comment box we posted a link. You can go through the link, right? So yeah, so please register for the test. It is free of cost, and immediately after test we are going for the discussion. So that's why attempt the test. So why this test is important? Because to know the competition. Okay, and it is a free mock test. Okay, in the free mock test, and after test immediately we'll go for the discussion. So last test we conducted test 2 days back, continuously in the part wise we are discussing, but this test is a live test. Okay, you write the exam 6 AM to 10 AM, and from 10 AM to 1 to 2 PM we'll finish all the discussion by all individual experts. Okay, like we discussed, Anil sir will come, and Somashekar will come, Venu sir will come, I will come, and all faculty will come in that particular 4 hours. So we'll discuss in a faster manner, and please follow our channel and share with your friends, and please subscribe, don't forget. Okay, subscribe our channel. So for important updates we will give, because I trained many students till now. I trained almost 25 drug inspectors. They are working in Telangana and CDSCO, and hundreds of pharmacists. They are working in different organizations like Coal India and the Air Force and the CRPF. 15 girls are working as CRPF pharmacists, my students. Okay, like that hundreds of students are working in RRB, DSI hospitals, and so many students settled in NIPERs. Okay, I did my PG PhD from NIPER Mohali and currently working as a research scientist. So my main motto is to improve the pharma profession. Okay, by explaining the knowledge and by sharing my experience and whatever I know, I try to convey to the students. Okay, please utilize this opportunity. And you also share to your friends. Okay, share the same knowledge, and let us grow together. Okay, so this is the main motto. And yeah, tomorrow 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. is a mock test. Okay, apply, everyone please try to attend the mock test, and we are going for the live discussion, YouTube live discussion from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, continuous by all subject experts, and I hope this will help your preparation. And don't be stressed. Okay, and this week is very important. Stable your mind. Okay, don't be distracted. Okay, and plan properly and take care of your health, which is very important. So many people read 24 hours these 1 week. That is not a good idea. Your health is very important, and focused preparation is needed for the success. Okay, so the exam is coming, and let us read for 18 hours per day. It is not going to help you. Okay, so stable your mind, focus on the revision. Okay, focus on the MCQs, focus on the elimination, and that will lead you to success. Okay, so thank you for watching us. Okay, and keep watching our channel, and yeah, keep download our mobile application that is available in the Android and iOS, and so many materials are available. And I'll see you tomorrow 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. exam, and from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. live discussion by subject expert. Thank you so much for joining with us.
దీనికి కాదు మ్యామ్ మాక్ టెస్ట్ అని పెట్టారు
చూడు ఒకసారి ఓపెన్ చేసి చూడు.